Hello gaming fans, this is Brian and I'm playing at present moment Forgotten Memories. Now this is, I would say, this is a classic psychological horror game. The only lighting I'm using at present moment I do have available is my flashlight. So if I want to say anything, I literally have to point in direction I want to look at to light the item up in question. Now, Forgotten Memories, it starts off where you wake up in a room. You have been shot. You don't know how you got there, but you do know you've been shot. You've got no weapon, and you are bleeding. So the first thing you have to do is get yourself healed before you start wandering from room to room. Now, you are originally, as I said, investigating a missing person, and very soon, as you progress deeper into what you find out is an asylum, you then goes from finding a missing person to trying to escape from the asylum. Now, what I've just done is I've just started with a save point. Now, these are rare to say the least, and on the normal game, because I'm playing easy at present moment, these saves are limited as well. Now, in my opinion, the save option is extremely brutal to say the least. There's not many of them about. I've only found 2 of them so far. And so, if you do progress further into the game, you just hope and pray that you don't get a phone call at the wrong time, so that of course the game then is put into the background, the game resets, and so everything that you've done up to that point is lost. You can imagine that can be rather annoying. So yes, the saves in this do seem rather brutal to say the least. Now just move over and show you. Now, important items that you need to do trundle away. So here we have got a first aid kit. Now if I move closer, I will then able to pick it up as I have a look. I'm wanting the exclamation mark to appear. There we go, there's the mark. So just go click. And I pick up this one medical kit. There we go. Oh, and there's a file as well. And okay, let's just click away from that so not to spoil it for you. Now that's something else. Regarding backstory, these don't actually highlight up. You literally have to stumble over them to actually find them. I don't know why they've done that, but let's see. Now let me just move over here, and I will then activate the next part of the game.
A girl.
I'll just go quiet now for a minute.
What's doing here? Is that her? Hey, sweetie. Are you okay? What are you doing here? My name is Rose. What's your name? She's ignoring me. I need to find a way to open this gate. Don't worry. I'm going to get you out of here. Stay there, okay?
As you can see, just give me a minute. Sorry about that. The voice acting in it is superb to say the least. So there we found the missing person. She seems to be locked away in a room, not speaking to us, and behind a security door. And so we're going to have to find a combination for that. So onwards we go. And in this game, it does command to play it in the dark with a pair of headphones on, because you then appreciate the sound, and every bump and noise will make you go, hey, what's going on here? There are indeed a lot of WFT modes in the game, and so you can see, like, hello, what's going on here? There are indeed, as I said before, a lot of WTF moments, like, oh my god grief. This seems to be, as we confirmed there, these bodies have been rotting, but they don't appear to be as old as the other bodies. How's that possible? When this place has probably been closed down for over 10 years. So there you go, you got flies knocking about, and a whole lot of bodies, and there's obviously blood coming from somewhere. And then we have mannequins, I think they call them, of course, in the background there, or dummies, depending on which way you're coming from. Now, moving, I do find, even on an iPod 2, it can be rather cumbersome at times, especially when I want to turn around when I'm investigating a room. It does sometimes feel that the game, you have to do multiple swipes. I probably think if you're trying to play this on anything less than, say, an iPod 2, where you may have a struggle with it because it does clonk around sometimes, and especially if you're running a lot of stuff as well. So be advised that you will need a good size memory, or make sure you've not got anything else running in your memory, otherwise you will come unstuck, because sometimes you need to turn around very quickly when you've got a monster closing in on you. But as I said before, if you can get away. If you can look past the game's small, niddly, as I'd say, faults. Really, they're not big thing. Then this game is definitely for you if you're a horror fan and enjoy these kind of games where you are looking around. Horror area, I suppose you could say. Well, I don't know. If you're a horror fan, that's better. If you're a horror fan, then this will be right up your street. Now, just saying before, regarding finding important items, if I didn't spot that exclamation mark at the bottom, I'd walk right past it. That's because it's highlighting me to the important news article, which is there. I'll just quickly go through that. So, there we go. That is important information once again. So, it would be nice if they actually sort of like highlight it, say, look, this is something you want to read. But in all cases, no, you just have to just stumble upon it. And also, there are some rather crafty things in the game. Now, as you see, it has to use a flashlight to go look everywhere, and I mean everywhere, because if you're not careful, if you're standing here, as you can see, there's nothing going on here, but if you happen to walk up very, very closely, and you see that actually there is something here which you need to do, and as you see there, you need to pull something out of the drain. Now you want to notice that, as of course you'll read up close. So yes, even actually does, well, at least it's actually highlighting with a little flashing important sign. But otherwise, if you weren't close enough, say standing about here, I don't think you would see it. Or you maybe do if you happen to be standing there pretty still. But yes, as I say, even there's some very small things you have to look out for in this game. But otherwise, as I say, Forgotten Memories is indeed a classic horror game, and one that fans of the horror will enjoy playing. As long as you just, as long as you remember to save often, if you can, and just be careful where you step or turn, because believe me, they will get you from any direction. Anyway, this is Brian for Touch Gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon for another review on Touch Gameplay.